Imagine a world still fresh from creation, where the whispers of God were not distant echoes but palpable presences. Paint this scenario: two brothers, the very firstborn of humanity, standing before their Creator with offerings in hand. What truly transpired in that primal field? Why did one brother's devotion find favor, while the other's was met with silent rejection? And why, even to this day, do we grapple with the profound enigma of the mark placed upon Cain? A mark that seems to whisper both judgment and an inexplicable mercy? This is not merely a recounting of an ancient tale. This is an invitation to journey beyond the familiar, to peel back the layers of tradition and uncover the hidden truths and profound moral dilemmas that pulse at the heart of the story of Cain and Abel. Our mission here is to explore biblical narratives not just to read, but to feel, question, and discover their true mysteries. We're going to dive in together, seeking not just answers, but a deeper understanding of human nature, divine will, and the very fabric of existence, always anchoring our exploration in reverence and a search for meaning. If you feel called to go deeper into the stories of the Word, to unravel the mysteries the Bible subtly hints at, then stick with us until the very end. Today's revelation could change your perspective forever. The sun beat down on the fertile land, blending off the newly tilled earth. Cain, with the callous hands of a farmer, carefully presented his offering, the choicest fruits of his labor, a bounty from the soil he had worked with sweat and toil. Beside him, Abel, a shepherd, led forth the plump, firstborn lambs of his flock, their gentle bleating a soft counterpoint to the rustling leaves. A hush fell over the scene, heavy with anticipation. Then, a subtle shift in the air, a whisper of divine presence, a clear sign, unseen by human eyes, but felt in the very marrow of their bones, indicated God's acceptance of Abel's sacrifice. A palpable grace settled upon the shepherd and his offering, a silent affirmation. But for Cain, only silence. No divine sign, no gentle whisper, only the lingering heat of the sun on his back and the bitter taste of rejection in his mouth. His face, once hopeful, contorted into a dark mask of anger. His eyes, usually fixed on the earth, now burned with a resentful fire, fixed on his brother, on Abel, who stood bathed in the light of favor. The brothers walked away from the offerings, but the shadow of that moment clung to Cain. His heart simmered with a rage he couldn't contain, a poison that coiled within him. Later, in the isolation of the field, where only the silent earth bore witness, the unspeakable occurred. The first murder, a brother's hand raised against another, a life extinguished, and the innocent blood of Abel cried out from the ground, a lament that echoed through the very fabric of creation. The story of Cain and Abel is most commonly understood as the genesis of human violence, a stark illustration of the destructive power of jealousy. It's the foundational narrative that teaches us about the grim consequences of unchecked envy and the importance of approaching God with a sincere heart. We learn that while both brothers brought offerings, only Abel's was accepted, leading to Cain's simmering resentment and ultimately fratricide. This widely accepted interpretation emphasizes that Cain's offering was rejected not necessarily because of the type of sacrifice itself, whether it was produce or an animal, but because of the condition of his heart. When he presented it, it's a powerful lesson that God looks beyond the outward act to the inward disposition, valuing sincerity, faith, and a righteous attitude above all else in worship. The narrative then clearly lays out the severe consequences of sin. Cain is cursed, cast out, and condemned to a life of restless wandering. Yet, even in this judgment, a perplexing element arises: the mysterious mark of Cain.